Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar with the new video, and this is gonna be discussing the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants Week 15 preview, pregame and analysis, my predictions, who's in, who's out, keys to the game, and then finally my score prediction. Before I do that though, I'd like to remind you all that if you're finding me for the first time, you like Washington Commanders content or NFL content because the Golden Truth is coming back tonight. Make sure you guys check that out. I'll put the link in the description below. Um, Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I noticed that y'all like to watch my content. You like to watch it, listen to it, whatever. But you guys don't hit like or subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe. It only takes a few seconds. And that way I can actually grow and the YouTube algorithm will like me more when I cover NFL, in this case, Washington Commander content, or even soccer content, because I do soccer content as well. With World Cup coming, wrapping up, I'll be starting up my Madrid content again here soon. But let's talk about this Commanders game. Must win 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 game. Because here's the thing. Here's why I say it's must win. I don't care about the playoffs. I still believe that the Commanders will not make the playoffs. Even if they win this game. Even if they win against the Giants. I feel like it's too insurmountable for the Commanders to make the playoffs. They let a lot of games go early in the season. A lot of division games because of Carson Wentz. They let that Titans game get away to them because of Carson Wentz. The Vikings game was a dagger. I feel like it's too late for that. And yes, I know, Oscar, we're the 6th seed. I don't care. Because you look at the remaining schedule. You got the Giants. It could go either way. Commanders lose. The Giants are taking that 6th seed. I think we would be the 7th seed, but still. Say we lose to the Giants. We lose to the 49ers. The way the 49ers are playing, we're losing that game next Saturday too. We beat the Browns, and depending on how if the Eagles lose out or whatever, the Cowboys could be in contention of winning the division, which, who knows? I don't think so, but crazier things have happened. Skip Bayless thinks that the Cowboys win the division. I say they're not. I think it belongs to the Eagles, but we'll wait and see. But, the Cowboys, who knows? Maybe they'll have the 5 seed locked up. They'll bench a lot of their starters, and the Commanders can win that game. But we'll see. The Commanders recently, Washington's history against the Cowboys, 1 win in the last, 6 years, 7 years, I believe. So, or 3 wins in the last 6 or 7 years, whatever. But anyway, and that was a god-awful 2020 season, no Dak Prescott, whatever. Anyway, it's a must-win game because of this. No matter what, the Commanders could have, if they win this game, they're guaranteed a 500 season, a winning season. And the Commanders haven't had that. We haven't had that in 6 years, 2016, 2017. When Kirk Cousins was still our quarterback. When Jay Gruden and Sean McVay were the tandem. So no matter the Commanders, they win this game, they're 8-5. If they lose out the rest of the game or the rest of their games, at least they'll be 8-1, and we'll have a winning season at least. For those playoff guys, if you guys want to talk about playoffs, from what I'm hearing, it can bump Washington's probability to more than 85% of making the playoffs for those playoff groups. I honestly don't think that even with this win it's going to be enough, but we'll wait and see. Call me a pessimist if you want. I don't really care. Anyway, so it's a must-win game Sunday night. I still don't know if I'm going to the game live or not. I can't find anyone to go with. The friend that I was planning on going with, some family stuff came up, so we'll wait and see. I'll reach out to my dad, see what he says, or maybe Naeem is encouraging me to go. He said that we should go, but I don't know. Naeem just is a bad wagon, but whatever. What do you expect for someone that has no nuts? Oh, sorry, Naeem. Jason, you love that joke. Anyway. So anyway. So we'll wait and see. If I don't end up going to the game, I most likely will do a live stream. I may have Jason, even though he hates the Commanders with a passion. Maybe Naeem, maybe Aaron if he's available. I'll talk to him before or after the Golden Truth tonight, see if he's available Sunday night if I do a live stream, but we'll wait and see. So, enough about me. Let's start with these Commanders. Right now, injury report. The only one that is out as of right now is Saahdiq Charles, who has a concussion. Expect Chris Paul to be active Sunday, is from what I saw on Twitter. We'll wait and see. I don't know if, Chris Paul will get any steps. We'll have to wait and see. Center, we're most likely going to have Wes Schweitzer be center, hopefully. This is the thing. The Commanders need to get healthy. If they want to do a so-called playoff run, they got to get healthy. And I'll put that as a key for the rest of the weeks out. Remember what happened last year? The Commanders were the 7th seed. They were in playoff contention. 6-6. And then a lot of things hit the rails. They lose out because of injuries, and they go to 7-10. So if they're going to try to make a playoff run, they got to be healthy, they got to stay healthy, and they got to get healthy for those that are hurt. Anyway, Saahdiq Charles is out. F.A. Obata is questionable with a finger. We'll wait and see if he plays. Most likely, unless, it depends on what finger injury it is. He most likely will play. Benjamin St-Juste, ankle injury. They're just waiting to see, how he feels tomorrow in game time decision. We'll wait and see. He wants to play. I say if he does play, he's a game changer because our secondary will play better. Let me see. Who else was on the injury report, and I have it on my list. Let's see. F.A. Obata, Benjamin St-Juste, Chase Young. Not going to talk about him. Knee, always questionable. They're saying that he may or may not go. I honestly, don't really care if he goes or not. The Commanders are playing fine without him, or playing well without him. And I think, is that it? What's this guy's name? Cam Sims with a back injury. We'll wait and see if he goes. If not, expect a lot of De'Ami Brown getting snaps on special teams and De'Ami Brown catch it, or out there and receiving downs. But it is what it is there. Aside from that, I think I got all the injuries, but the rest were questionable. I don't know who's in and out for the Giants. I hear that Adoree Jackson may not play, which is huge. For the Giants, gotta attack that secondary because the secondary wasn't all that good. The Commanders actually, that was the strength. Last time was attacking the secondary of the Giants because their secondary really couldn't do anything against Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson and to a certain point Curtis Samuel. But that's it for the injury report. Let's talk about keys to the game real fast. Offensively. Let's do offensively. Taylor Heinicke just got to be the legend. Taylor Heinicke just got to be consistent. Make your throws. Don't turn the ball over. Don't no wild plays. Be smart. Use your legs. That's something that I've noticed that you have limited this season. Is you like to lose your you don't like to use your legs a lot. You're gonna have to. I think the Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau basically, were, bullying you. We're bullying this offensive line. Granted, the offensive line is nothing, to gawk at. But you gotta you have your mobility. You gotta use that to get away. And you have been doing that well, being able to get away. But sometimes you gotta tuck it and run it or slide, so that way you don't lose yardage. feed the ball to Brian Robinson, Atonio Gibson, whoever else is going to be active on that on the run game this season or whatever. Got to feed those guys. I want to see more of Atonio Gibson. Brian Robinson is getting the bulk, which is good, but sometimes Atonio Gibson is your better wide receiving back. And yes, I know Brian Robinson had a receiving touchdown, but still. Antonio Gibson is a better receiver than Brian Robinson is. Let me see. Feed the ball to Terry. Yeah, that's fine, but don't, overfeed him. Make sure you spread the ball around to Jahan Dotson, to Curtis Samuel, Logan Thomas, the tight ends, John Bates, who's, sometimes here and there catches fire. Cole Turner, if he play, guys like that. You gotta spread the wealth. Don't stop looking at Terry McLaurin all the time and being predictable. You gotta spread the ball around Taylor Heinicke. Offensive line, it's gonna be as healthy as we can get. Like I said, Chris Paul may be active, may or may not get some snaps. We'll wait and see. But you gotta step up. Offensive line, the reason gotta protect Taylor Heinicke. Gotta get run blocks. The reason why the Commanders were on 3rd and longs and not sustaining drives were the sacks. No penalties either. No penalties. Logan Thomas, offensive line, no holding, no illegal block in the backs. Make sure y'all don't do that, and we'll be good. Let me see. Is that it for the offense? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Defensively, hear me out. With or without Chase Young, gotta stop Saquon Barkley running the ball, and you definitely gotta stop Daniel Jones running. Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones did their damage in the first half. When the Commanders were up 10-0, I thought, okay, Commanders are running away with this game. No, because the Giants were able to run the ball. Jack Del Rio, you gotta be prepared for the unexpected. Yes, I get it. You guys were not expecting running in the 2-minute drill, but that game was you gotta learn your lesson. So if it's a 2-minute drill, you gotta be prepared for everything and throw the playbook out the window. Throw blitzes if you have to. Gotta stop the run. The Giants, as we noticed, Darius Slayton, is up and down. He'll make a 55-yard catch here and there. But then, when they really need to ice the game, he'll drop it. But you got to make sure you got to, locked up the wide receivers that they have. Daniel Bellinger, from what I heard, is hurt. He may or may not go. Some offensive linemen, the offensive line is whatever. You got to get to Daniel Jones. Got to put pressure on him. Got to sack him. Got to make him into Daniel fumbles, Daniel turnovers, whatever you have him. You guys made him into Daniel fumbles on the first play of the drive. For the defense. But after that, you guys couldn't get a turnover to save your life. So you got to force turnovers. Got to get in sacks. Got to get them in 3rd and longs. Secondary, make sure you lock down the wide receivers, but don't get any PI calls. Some maybe. That's why I preach and I say, can't leave it to the refs. Gotta play smart football. You can't leave it to the refs. They will make boneheaded calls against you. Yeah, I get that, but that's why you don't leave it to the refs. Make sure, smack the wide receivers, make sure you tackle that, simple as that. Special teams unit, Joey Sligh just got to make your kicks. You missed a field goal, a 52-yarder, which in hindsight, if the Commanders gotten that field goal and then would have scored that touchdown later on, they would have won the game. But, not going to get anywhere with what ifs, ifs, ands, or buts. But, Joey Sligh, you've been very accurate this season. Make sure you make your critical kicks. It's most likely going to come down to a kick. Aside from that, no special team breakdowns, stuff like that. All right. Coaching, doing a good job. 7-5-1, 5-1-1 with Taylor Heinicke. I'm a little bit nervous because the media is finally paying attention to the Commanders after they have been so bad and so ridiculous after their 1-4 start, but now they're hyping up they're back on the bandwagon and looking, hey, look, the Commanders are going to make the playoffs. They're going to be dangerous in the playoffs. Stop. Coaching, Ron Rivera, and this is a message to Ron Rivera, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job of telling your guys, hey, don't listen to the off-the-field stuff. Block out the Dan Snyder noise. Block out the selling the team noise. Block out everything, the lawsuits, everything. The guys are playing discipline, and you're disciplining them well. But you also got to tell your guys, don't believe the hype. Play the Giants normally. Don't get too, you got to tell your guys, don't get overzealous. Coach a good game, make smart decisions, make smart coaching decisions. If it's time to go to 4th and 1 on, say in the fourth quarter and you're down, go for it. But make smart play calls. Don't try to throw for it on 4th and 1. Don't try to throw for it. In my opinion, a passing down is maybe 4th and 4 or more. But if you're but if it's 4th and 4 or less, or 4th and 3 and less, run for it. Don't throw for it. Run for it. Scott Turner, same thing. You're up and down with your coaching. You make boneheaded, you do jet sweeps. They work out sometimes, but sometimes they don't, and you end up losing massive yardage, and that's a drive killer. Got to be smart. Jack Del Rio, like I said, you're good. Just, prepare for the unexpected. Because Saquon, you got to make sure keep Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley in check, and you're good to go. Alrighty. Score prediction time. I think I got everything. Score prediction time. Hate me if you will. I have an inkling feeling. That the Commanders are going to lose this game. It's going to come down to the Commanders get a field goal, maybe 2017. They're going to need a stop. And then Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley are going to run down go down the field, score the, winning drive, touchdown. Taylor Heineke's going to have maybe 40 seconds on the clock, maybe a minute. And because of Ron Rivera, using all his timeouts inappropriately or whatever, it's not going to be enough time, and the Commanders are going to lose 24-20. And the Giants are going to go, and then we'll be 7-6-1. The Commanders most likely will be the 7 seed. We'll swap seeds, or maybe be even knocked out of the playoffs, but we'll see. But, yep, that's my, those are my prediction. That's my prediction. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Until then, guys, like I said, that's it. That's all. Make sure if you guys are new, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that like. Until then, guys, keep it real. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.